Meets people that you just want to just shake and be like, bro, wake up. Like, wake up. And I see this man disappointed. But it's just like, how are you surprised at this point in the game? Is this the face you make pretending to be surprised? Like, be for real. How many times do I have to say this? Stop having so much loyalty to these political parties. Goodness gracious. Like, honestly and truly, it's at the point where, okay, let me just break something down to you before we even watch this video about the reparations that we all saw coming. The thing with Republicans that I highly, highly respect, they're going to tell you to the face how they feel. They're going to tell you to your face, no, we're not pushing that. We're not standing behind that. From my personal experience, at least, working with Republicans, they're going to tell you straightforward the feasibility of something passing, of them working on something, or whatever the case may be. When it came to reparations, they said they're not even touching it. They're not working on it. Democrats, however, a lot of them, they were pushing and saying, no, we're gonna give reparations to descendants of slaves, A, B, and C. We're gonna fund, we're gonna allocate funding towards education projects, like looking into why people need reparations. They've been doing that for years now. Now, when they have the opportunity to actually make a step forward when it comes on a state level, at least, Governor Gavin Newsom. This is part of the reason why people always ask me, what is it about Governor Gavin Newsom that you don't like? There's some things you just can't explain. Like, there's just some things you just cannot explain, but that's neither here or there. That is where the lack of respect just comes in. Like, stop playing in front of these people's faces. Tell them what it is. Just tell them what it is. If you were to ask me, I would have been told you you're not getting reparations. Not because you don't deserve it. And I made a video about this as well. It's not because you don't deserve it. Mainly because it's just like from a policy standpoint, from a legality standpoint, you can't, it's really slim to none. The chances of descendants of slaves getting reparations is slim to none. What we're about to watch is California reparations advocates, actually, they were disappointed by the inaction on the bills in the final day of the legislative session in California. Yeah, we're going to watch it, and this pretty much just proves my point. The fact that people go above and beyond to put themselves in the rim of fire for politicians that don't even have your best interests at heart. Like, be for real. When are we going to learn? Honestly and truly. But let's go ahead and get started.
Is wrapping up tonight, and lawmakers are deciding the fate of bills that haven't passed yet. We're just minutes away until the California legislative session comes to a close. Both houses had fewer than 200 bills combined left to go through. Some of the bills dealing with reparations. ABC 10's Garshpal Sangha joining us live from the state capitol to explain more on this very busy day. We still see people behind you in the rotunda there, Garshpal.
Yeah, Luke, and this place is buzzing with anticipation to try to figure out what is the status of their bill. And we are officially less than an hour away until we find out what the results are going to be of all the bills that they haven't voted on.
You're not getting it.
If it is passed, it is going
to
go to
pandering
the
to
Governor Newsom's office to see if he will sign or not. But if it doesn't, it is going to die on the House floor. So we're trying to figure that out. But the biggest buzz in this building were bills that weren't voted on, like funding reparations. The final hours of the California legislative session kicking into overdrive as lawmakers try to get their bills approved. On Sunday, lawmakers passed landmark bills to make amends for racism. The proposal they approved allows for the return of land or compensation to families whose property was unfairly taken by the government, and an informal apology for laws and practices that harmed black people. But the buzz surrounding the reparation bills package was over what wasn't addressed: direct payments.
We laid the foundation that those bills are critically important to, stand up what reparations would be here in the state of California.
State Senator Stephen Bradford authored SB 1403, aims to establish the California American Freedmen Affairs Agency, while SB 1331 funds reparations. Both were not voted on.
We should have gotten it to the governor's desk.
I'm sorry. Just seeing... you ever just meet people that you just want to just shake and be like, bro, wake up? Like, wake up. And I see this man disappointed. But it's just like, how are you surprised at this point in the game? Like, I say this all the time. It's too much pandering that goes on in the left. Like, they are going to tell you what you want to hear. In VP Harris, Reverend Sharpton asked VP Harris recently, he asked if a bill came across your table in regards to reparations or providing reparations for descendants of slaves, are you going to sign it? This woman says, yes, I'm going to sign the bill.
If you elected president, would you sign that bill if it came across your desk?
When I am elected president, I will sign that
bill. Like, I just don't see how people take stuff like this serious. I could have told you simply, like, you're not getting it. And allegedly, it's been reported that Governor Newsom was the one that spoke with the Black Caucus in state ledge and said, like, hey, if y'all let this pass, the likelihood of me signing it is it doesn't look promising. Because it's like, they feed you up. And then, let's continue. I just don't get it. Like, when are we going to learn?
As they have with many bills.
See?
So, but that doesn't mean you don't move forward with the bills because, you can fix them.
The California Legislative Black Caucus pulled the bill because it said the
he knew it was going to make him look
more
bad.
work.
The bills that pass are not reparations. An apology is not reparations.
Chris Lodgeson, a reparation activist with Coalition for Just and Equitable California.
The only bills today that even had a chance of being called reparations or could even get us to reparations are the bills that did not pass. It's one thing if we go out for a vote and we lose. Oh, all right. It's one thing if we go out for a vote, we win, and it gets to the governor's desk, and the governor vetoes it.
Supporters of the reparations say they're not giving up despite the setback.
It has to happen if we're going to have meaningful reparations to the people who deserve it. We're 160 years overdue for this.
They talk about this every election cycle. Literally, they talk about this every election cycle. Every election cycle, it's the same topics. Like, you didn't get it 4 years ago. You didn't get it the 4 years before, or the 4 years before that, or the 4 years before that. And this is me not even coming after the advocates for wanting reparations. It's more so me coming at the advocates to saying, like, when are you going to, like, actually learn? They're playing in front of your faces. They're playing in front of your faces. And the fact that you think that they will ever, on God's green earth, in this country, in this day and age, ever sign something to give black Americans or descendants of slaves specifically reparations? I'm not even trying to sound harsh, but it's just like, the truth hurts. You're not getting it anytime soon, at least. And I understand, like, wanting to continue to work behind it, but you will gain more allocating your time and energy towards specific policies that disproportionately affect people that look like you, as in Black Americans, descendants of slaves, et cetera, from an educational standpoint, from an economic standpoint, from a healthcare standpoint, pushing policies that disproportionately affect people that look like you, than you are to push reparations. Hello? Like, why do you think they didn't even want it to touch the governor's desk, y'all? They didn't even want it to touch Governor Newsom's desk. Governor Newsom warned them, if it comes to my desk, pretty much, I have some concerns, i.e. I'm going to veto it, but he didn't want to look like the bad guy. So now look. The truth hurts, y'all. I'm not trying to be that person, but it's like, when are we going to learn? Like, when are we going to learn? But let me know your thoughts on the comments down below. I feel like people continue to, like, complain, but then again, they continue to do the same thing over and over again. They're going to, like, put themselves in the rim of fire defending people who don't even have their best interests at heart. Like, be for real. But let me know your thoughts on the comments down below. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you're notified whenever I post a new video. Follow me on my social media. Love y'all all. God bless y'all. This is Uduak, connecting people with policy. Toodles!